seventh comedian to ask you that, but it's all good. 2 minutes actually before I came on stage, my zipper to my pant broke. So thank you to the server who switched pants with me. Make sure to tip your servers extra today, everyone. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm 4'9", for any of you wondering, and that's 1 inch taller than Danny DeVito. Yeah. Actually, I lied. That's 1 inch shorter than Danny DeVito. That does correlate with me being slightly less funny than him as well, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm a student at Loyola Chicago. What are you, stop clapping. I'm not doing well. Not doing well. When I first came in, I was pre-med. My parents were super stoked about that. They were like, oh my God, I got someone to pay for our nursing homes and whatnot later. And then I read one Percy Jackson book, and now I'm an archaeology student. Yeah. I know you guys have read Percy Jackson in this crowd. There's no way you haven't. Wow, we got a lot of gay people in the audience. Okay, yeah. And my parents were really worried about that. I think their exact impression was, fuck, we have to get a new health insurance plan. And I was like, guys, don't worry about it. Like, I'm not gonna be an archaeologist. And they were like, phew, we were so worried. I was like, when I graduate, I'm gonna give it all up to be a stand-up comedian. Yeah, that sent one of my parents to the hospital, but I'm no longer pre-med, so I can't really do anything about that one. Yeah. No, but I was a really hard kid to raise. I was really annoying, had a lot of opinions, was really loud, was kind of a shit in school. Yeah, I mean, like, during the 2016 primaries for the election, I made up a rumor that Jeb Bush stole socks from orphan children. And that went pretty well, went pretty mainstream in the school. And Jeb Bush doesn't steal socks from orphan children. Just an example of how awful I was. Yeah. But I was pretty awful. And I think the joke, staying together for the kids, is pretty funny. Until you realize you were the kid your parents were staying together for. Yeah. The threat of living with me was not worth the promise of being happy. They were too worried that after court proceedings, I'd pick one of them to live with. Yeah. But my parents aren't happily divorced. They don't really communicate, and it's not really my mom's fault. My dad's pretty bitter about it. Whenever I come over to see him, he's like, your mom's a bitch, and she cheated on me. And I kind of look at him, and I think, yeah, I can see it. Yeah. If I were married to my dad, I'd cheat on him too. Thank you, everyone, thank you. Yeah. I was hard to raise and all that. And my parents were really worried when I moved to Chicago that I wouldn't be able to adjust, that I'd be really emotional, have a breakdown, and move back home. But I don't know what they were worried about. I'm here, I'm doing well, I'm living in Chicago, I'm paying my own rent. Yeah. So I was a drug addict. Yeah. And not in like a cool, fun drug addict kind of way, and a kind of, I was addicted to my own prescription medication kind of way. But not like for any fun reason. I just wanted to get more work done, like all the time. Just wanted to do more work. Was like the worst drug addict in the history of drug addicts, right? And the crazy thing about when you take a lot of Adderall, your dopamine receptors are slowly killed until you're able to build them up back after you stop taking them. And my therapist and I came up with a game plan to deal with that in order to make sure that I'm able to get instant dopamine. So she told me there are 3 ways that you could stimulate dopamine production. The first being having sex, and I forgot the other 2. I think it's because I was too busy thinking like, is my therapist trying to fuck me? And these thoughts are exactly why I'm still in therapy. But therapy with me is not a victimless crime. It's a 45-minute open mic for me, and my therapist has to tell me I'm funny or I'll kill myself. So keep that in mind for the rest of the set, everyone. Yeah. So I'm bisexual. Anyone bisexual in here? Fuck yeah. So that means I fuck men and masturbate to women. And I'm pretty bad at being bisexual because it's never the other way around. Yeah. And I was tired perusing Pornhub, yearning to touch some tit. So I decided the best course of action would be to join a sorority. Yeah, and I may not be Greek life presenting, but let me tell you, being in a sorority, you get a lot of PCP. Premium closet pussy, that's what I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, and I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I went to a mixer recently, came home with a lot of phone numbers, and I was in line for the restroom, and this girl came up to me and she was like, Vern, you look so hot in that dress. And I was like, thank you. Yeah, and we were hitting it off, doing really well, flirting, the whole thing. And then her Lego-looking Bob the Builder boyfriend comes out, all like, what's going on here? What's going on here, Judas? I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend. You spent too much time looking for crypto, not enough time looking for the clip. Oh. Yeah. Oh, no, but later we did fuck. And it was awesome. And she was kind of worried at first. She looked at me straight in the eyes and said, but you're my sister. And I said, it's fine, really, just don't tell Mom. Thank you. That incest joke doesn't usually go over pretty well. Glad you all are cool with incest here tonight, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, how many of you are dog people in here? Yeah, fuck all of you. How many people in here are cat people? Yeah. Got some sexy cat people in the house. Yeah, so I really love cats. I love cuddles, pets, the whole thing. But cats can be pretty shit sometimes. They can tear up your furniture, shit outside of the litter box, come to you with a positive pregnancy test in their paw. Yeah. So, after adopting my cat, Ladybug, I found out that she was pregnant. And I wanted to save her from the woes of teen pregnancy and such. So I went to the vet and I was like, can this cat have an abortion? And she was like, absolutely. So, Republicans are telling us they're giving them out like free candy, and I like candy. So I was expecting this abortion bill to be like nothing. But then she made eye contact with me, turned the paper over and slid it to me, and I opened it, and now I'm pro-life. No, but I do love my cat, seriously. I mean, I had someone over recently, and I was like, just so you know, my cat comes before any person I date. And my mom's really concerned about that. She was like, what if you get married, bold assumption, and, you come home, you have a kid, and that kid is allergic to your cat. And I was like, Mom, don't worry, I'm pro-life. There's gonna be one more kid in foster care. Yeah. No, but I have pretty low standards, and I'm pretty easy to impress if you hadn't picked that up already. For example, if you get my pronouns right, we're fucking, they, them, whatever you want, yeah. And I was seeing someone, and they came home from a class one time, and they told me, I learned about someone today, and they really reminded me of you. And I said, oh, who do I remind you of? And he said, oh, John Hinckley Jr.? And I was like, who the fuck is John Hinckley Jr.? And he was like, oh, the guy who shot Reagan. It is so nice to be seen. Because not only would I have shot Reagan, I also would have fucked Jodie Foster. Yeah. I think the thing that bothers me the most, though, is being compared to a failure. Because I would have finished the job. Both of them. Yeah. All right, thanks everyone. I've been Vern Abraham. Have a good rest of your night.